We don't have any intro song.
Any music? Did Jeff
Intro
come up
song.
last week?
No football, Metallica. I'm working on it. There we go. That's the first thing I thought of. Maybe we'll think of something more permanent.
In come the 4-0 Central Falcons.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, fellas. Crazy week one, to say the least. Some expected results, some not expected results. But we're gonna talk about it because football's back, baby.
Football is back.
And on the pod today, the league pod, we have yours truly, James Manring and Cam Cooksey. Welcome.
What's up?
Drew is MIA today. He'll most likely be here next time. But speaking of James is actually going to be like our league record keeper, so to say, this year. Just thought it'd be fun to record some, statistical things that throughout the season, cool stats, and if records are broken, that sort of thing. Since this is what, our third season doing this. Well, third for some people, but
yeah. The scores to beat for the year. The one I'll be tracking most is the most points in the season, which is held by Jacob last year with 2279.33 points in a single season. And the person you're trying not to beat is Keith in 2020 in his Seahawks campaign at 1,463.62 points.
What year was that?
2020.
Oh yeah, last year.
Wow.
No,
The
not
Tacoma Raiders.
Keith's come a long way. Except for I had to put him in his place this past week. Sorry, Keith.
But somehow he doesn't have the lowest points scored in the game. That belongs to good old John.
Oh, John. Yes.
Week 12, 2020.
How many points did you score?
46.1.
Wow.
that might stay on the record books for a little while.
It might. You have to really bomb out for that to happen.
Wow. Yeah.
I can also tell you when you've been blown out by the most ever. Jake had the biggest blowout of somebody in week 11, 2021 with a margin of 88.58.
Light work. It was probably
I don't remember who it was. But
all right,
yeah.
There you go. From the record keeper himself. Appreciate all your hard work. I'm looking here at the matchups from week one. Let's see. We got big wins from me, James, Jeff, Josh, and Jacob. Let's see. The closest game was definitely James and Noah. It was a good game. I think that was my week one game of the week, so to say. At least how I talked about it in the first pod, and so that was kind of funny to see that one come down to the end. James enlightened me that he made a switch from the defenses to the Vikings, and that saved him. That gave him the edge.
I would have lost by 0.2 points if I didn't switch from the Packers defense.
Wow.
Why? Because the Packers defense got 0 points.
They got maybe one, I think.
They got one. I'm looking at it now.
And the Vikings had 13, I believe.
12, yeah.
12, yeah.
Wow. Yeah, they definitely saved you there.
Yeah. In the end, it came down to Lenny Fournette and CeeDee Lamb, which could have been a toss-up, but that Dak injury is going to be huge.
Yeah, one looked a lot better than the other. That's for sure. Lenny was just an absolute train. He was just putting his head down and just plowing through people.
All 260 pounds of him.
Yeah, 260 pounds. He looked fine. I have him in another league, and he looked great. I'm so happy.
He's like LeGarrette Blunt all over again.
Yeah.
Yeah, seriously. They'll keep feeding him. I mean,
biggest overperformance based on league members' projection, Jalen Waddle.
Biggest overperformance?
Overperformer based on Jeff's prediction.
Oh, is that Jeff's?
Jeff said Jalen Waddle wasn't shit.
I think that might have been Jeff's bust of the year was Waddle.
I think so, and
and then Drew's was Tyreek Hill.
Yeah,
and they both of those actually did pretty.
I was gonna say we both had a pretty good game.
Yeah.
My bust of the year was Cam Akers. He's off to a solid nothing. So pretty happy about that.
Poor Drew.
I don't know if he actually did made those draft picks because he had the auto draft for like some of it. Because he was on the ships throwing rods into the water during the draft.
I will say, looking at my game, my keeper and my first round pick were my lowest scoring players.
Really?
Oh well, yeah, Najee got hurt, right? At some point.
Yes. Well, not till the fourth quarter, and then Alvin Kamara just didn't, do much. But apparently he's hurt too.
Yeah, it says he's questionable.
I can't believe Trubisky won a game. It's just ridiculous.
That game was insane, by the way.
There was so many insane games, but he only wins when he gets carried. So makes total sense.
Yeah.
Carried by the defense. Poor TJ Watt. So sad.
I saw it wasn't as bad as they thought it was. Though. They said it could only be like 6 weeks.
Yeah, I saw that. Good for him.
Josh had the game of the week. Just everybody performing. With, Lamar played well. Mike Evans played well. I personally didn't think A.J. Brown was going to do anything this year.
I didn't either.
But he put out a solid 155.
Yeah, Josh should be feeling pretty good about his team. I mean, Barkley and Brown were such question marks, and they look awesome.
Yeah, but he did lose Elijah Mitchell, who did look really good, like any 49ers running back ever, and then got hurt promptly.
Yeah, that's tough. I'm looking at his team, and Josh, looks like you could fill up some roster spots. But
yeah, I was gonna say he's got 2 people on his bench right now.
I'm pretty sure he had like Dak on his bench and dropped him because he went to IR.
Yeah, that's right.
But he's got to pump in Rashad Penny for Mitchell and Cooks. Davis Mills, I'm a believer, honestly. He's a decent quarterback.
He can be a legit NFL starting quarterback. I mean, he looked good.
So Cooks is not as bad a place as I thought he was.
I think he's a solid pickup. I have him in another league, and I was pleased with his numbers.
Yeah, and he's got top tier defense and kicker too. So he's a guy to watch out for this year, I think.
Yeah, if he stays healthy, that'll be a tough matchup every week in and week out.
Yeah, solid team for sure. Especially with Barkley playing like he did.
God, he looked crazy good. God, he looked so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, speaking of players that look good, especially like guys that are on the waiver wire. The Commanders, that was weird.
Samuel.
That was crazy. Samuel, Dotson.
I drafted Samuel with my last pick in one league, and I'm very happy I have him in that league because I'm sure he's one of the first people off the wire in everybody's league this upcoming week. So,
yeah, I know.
Him and Robbie Anderson.
Robbie with an IE since he changed his name.
That's right.
For whatever.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, he freaking changed his name because he thinks he's a new man. Well, so far after week 1, he looks like a man. So.
Yeah. I hate that I can't, now that they've made Kittle questionable, I can't pick anybody up.
Oh, I know. It's brutal. So you just have to ride it out till they decide on him again. I have him in my other league, James. I hate it.
but apparently he's looking good for next week. I'm surprised I squeaked out a win. Honestly, Everett was a big last second pickup.
Yeah, it's just banking on Herbert to get the ball to him. It just was the best bet.
Yeah, especially like you got lucky because Mike Williams did not do a single thing.
Well, I was just about to say, did you see how many different receivers he threw to in that game? He gave like 7 receivers like 2 or 3 different targets apiece.
Yeah,
that makes me nervous.
Well, and he went like 3rd, 4th round in most of my drafts.
I took him in the 4th or something, and I was pissed about how
bigger bust. Williams or Allen Robinson?
Robinson.
Yeah, Robinson for sure.
For the rest of the year, you think Robinson's going to be? I agree.
Yeah.
Like, you think there's a chance Williams just busts all year?
No, because with Keenan Allen being hurt now, I think Williams is definitely going to be a guy he needs to look at.
How bad was he hurt?
He's not playing this week.
He just had a little hamstring strain or something.
Oh yeah, they'll keep him out for that.
I don't know. The fact that Williams and Herbert have a known connection, and Williams got paid, but whereas Robinson's new with Stafford, that's why I'll put it on Robinson to be a bust. Again, can he be the year or 2 years in a row? Could he be the biggest bust of the season? That would be bad.
That would be very bad.
Why I stayed away from him. He hurt me so bad last year. So bad. All right. Let's look at these upcoming matchups real quick. Who's our matchup of the week? Come on, internet. Week 2. Ooh, I played Drew. This will be fun.
I got Keith this week.
Oh, apparently we have 10 minutes left in the Zoom call before it ends.
What?
I guess you have to be on pro to go over 20 minutes or something.
Hey, where'd James go?
James. Oh, James dropped. All right. I guess he got kicked. That's funny. I wonder if his internet went out. Good old New York City. Probably a city rat shoot one of his power lines.
Yeah, honestly.
Those fat rats. Okay, my game of the week, I'll go with I'll go James versus Josh for sure. See if Josh can carry this big win into next week, or if James really has more juice. My game.
You know what? I'm thinking the same thing. That should be a really good matchup.
And I'm interested to see what happens.
And it's crazy with Josh going to me points last week, how he's only projected 114 right now. But it's because he doesn't have a spot in the lineup.
Yeah. He's still gotta make some changes.
James said he's waiting to be let back in.
All right. Let's probably do that on my end. There we go.
There he is.
You lost me.
Yeah. Apparently you were just, I don't know, MIA for a minute there.
And we only have like 8 minutes left in this Zoom call.
Yeah, did you hear me say that? It said that we're on a timer apparently.
Oh, really?
That's good though. It means we can't talk about nonsense too long. We have to actually get to our points.
Let's get to the agenda.
My team did not perform last week. Well, my start lineup. Now I didn't start Judy, and Deontay Johnson didn't do anything. Really disappointed with Dawson Knox this past week. That's a big loss right there.
Is he your tight end 1?
I have Freiermuth too.
Oh, he actually had a decent
Yeah,
week.
so I'm gonna start him this week. And And ETN didn't get the touches I was
Ooh.
hoping for.
As ETN looked pretty good, but are you nervous with Robinson looking good? Robinson looked okay.
Yeah, I am actually. Which is what I'm glad I have Sanders, who did well on the bench, which I wasn't expecting at all.
Yeah,
So,
that
I
might cover your
I can
ass.
throw him in the flex if I need to. I mean, Deontay Johnson didn't have a bad game, but he didn't do anything special.
He got style points for that one catch. I mean,
Yeah, that was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
Oh gosh, that was the one-handed catches of the week were awesome. There was one from Chase that which didn't count, which was a bummer. That one was sick. And then Johnson's and Mike Evans. I saw those. Those are
Mike Evans was absurd.
yeah. There's those guys are just nuts. But yeah, Johnson's was unreal. Apparently, he feels his shoulder must be fine because he looked great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you know the Eagles set a record last year for they're the highest rushing season in their franchise history, even with Mike Vick and LaShawn McCoy.
Wow.
Well, I mean,
I
they
didn't
did have
know
an
that.
extra game, but they set the franchise record. Like, but that's crazy. Like Prime McCoy and Vick and what all their no-name running backs and Hurts beat it
Wow. No, I
Yeah.
didn't
I'm
know
talking
that.
as a whole, as a team rushing.
as a team rushing. Yeah.
Yeah, they just went toward. Yeah, it's crazy, but I guess they just went toward that crazy run first offense plus the running quarterback. So it was like all they did was just freaking scramble and run the whole time.
So Miles Sanders might be a stud this year.
I'm hoping so. I got him in like the 8th or 9th round.
Oh, I mean, if he gets the touches, he will be. It's just a matter of if the other guys are gonna.
I would start him over ETN, to be honest, from this point out. Yeah.
That was my plan for this week, and I'm going to go ahead and throw Cousins as my starting quarterback. His car looked awful, fantasy wise,
He was playing a really good defense.
and he was trying to throw Devontae every play. So
Yeah. Hopefully he wakes up and finds Waller. I see your lineup now. You have good options though.
yeah, no, I think if when I find the right lineup, I'll be fine. But I just didn't have the right guys in this week.
We'll see if anyone gets crazy on the waiver wire this week. I mean, there's good options out there, but it's not like anyone's like super desperate yet. There wasn't too many injuries or anything.
No,
Yeah.
nothing crazy. There definitely are some solid flex options out there on the waiver wire right now.
Yeah, a whole lot of potentials. Obviously the Samuels and the Jeff Wilsons out there. I'm sure people will be looking into that. Not me, I swear.
Yeah.
I'm actually not really. I'm gonna be honest because my bench like kind of outperformed. I had London and Julio and like Cordero Patterson, and they all just did great. So I'm not like looking to move them.
Yeah, you should be fine with what you have on the bench, honestly.
Yeah, dude, Julio.
I'm looking to swoop on your Bane though. Like if Jonathan Taylor goes down, Nyheim Hines is going to be a huge PPR guy.
Oh yeah,
And so I'm not dropping him.
Yeah, 100%.
yeah. He's a good safety net for sure. I'll be screwed because you'll have him, and then I'll have to fill him. That's no, don't put bad juju on Taylor, please, please. All right. Well, fellas, any last remarks?
Hoping to get in the win column this week for sure.
Bet you are.
Just keep your head up.
We'll see what happens. Hopefully, they come out to play this week.
Let's hope so.
Dude, sorry about Baker. I thought he had it, man.
Once again, Baker doesn't have a defense. That
What they lost on the game-winning field goal, right? York.
yeah.
Who did
Yeah.
he throw the bomb to put him in position to win though? What was that? 75
Robbie.
touchdown?
Yeah,
Rob-
it's Robbie Anderson. They need to feed Christian McCaffrey more too because he had some really shifty runs out there. He should have had a lot more touches than he did.
Oh, for sure. They didn't really have a good game, man. I'm gonna be honest.
Baker finally came alive in the second half, but the defense gave up over 100 yards in penalties. So when that happens, you're not gonna. And then they let Chubb run all over them.
I mean, that's the Browns for you, though. I mean, not many people could stop that. So, and Hunt, who went off, another guy on my bench that all these my bench probably outscored my freaking besides some guys, but
He had he was a touchdown guy though. I don't
dude, he
know.
had like 20 points.
Yeah,
this week.
Chubb didn't score. So Chubb had like 130 yards and didn't score.
Wild. They both had crazy games. That's the thing about them. They both can have crazy games at the same time, which is so rare for fantasy.
Yeah, because Hunt can get all the catches and all the touchdowns, and then Chubb will just rumble for 150 yards.
Exactly.
It's crazy.
Exactly.
Yeah. If only I had a 100-yard bonus for the league, huh? Maybe that Chubb owner out there would be a little happier.
That's what I'm saying. You could have helped me out this week.
I love him, man. I think he's one of my favorite football players. He's just for fantasy. He just, he runs and doesn't catch a lot of balls, and so he's got the safest floor ever. But he'll never score like more than 20 points.
Yeah.
Good guy. Good guy though. Good guy.
Good guy. He's torn his ACL too many times to hate on him.
How many times? More than once?
I think like 2 or 3. 2 at Georgia, 1 in the NFL, I think.
What a beast. How?
This timer says it's less than a minute. Just a heads up.
Oh, yeah.
All right. We'll sign this thing off.
Had fun, boys. Good luck to y'all this week.
Appreciate you guys coming out.
Yes, sir.
Giving in your insights, and we'll see what week 2 brings us. Should be fun. I'm excited.
Good luck, guys.
Sounds good.
All right.
See ya.
See y'all.